Hello, everybody. It's Immortal. Welcome back. Sorry if I just ear raped you. That's my bad. Welcome to Dead by Daylight. Today's video is a little different because we're not really doing a actual gameplay. That'll be later tonight. I might even stream it. So if you be interested in seeing my stream, today we're going to be talking about my Michael Myers build that I personally really like. I'm level 50 with Myers now. I've got just about Prestige 1. And the Myers build I run is a little cancerous. I'm going to say that right now. So, the build we're running here is the perks don't really matter. I would suggest Iron Grasp, um, Unrelenting, Scourge Hook, and Jolt. I don't really run Noed because with this build you won't really need to get to that point. I mean, sometimes depending on your skill level you might, but Sloppy Butcher is useless when you run this build because again, this build you're not going to really need that too much. Shattered Hope, again, not really something you'll need. So what we're running here is Fragrant Tuft of Hair. And what this does is it gives you unlimited evil within and increases the time you need, or increases the evil you need to stalk from evil within 3 to evil within 2 by 200%. And then what else we run is the Judith Myers Memorial, which increases the rate you get evil by 25%. Now there is some other things you can run with this. You could change up stalking speed. Um, you could run Judas Journal because you have to stalk your obsession. So I don't run it because in the beginning of the game with this build, you're not going to care about stealth a whole lot. I mean, it is really up to you, but this build is a lot less for stealth. So with this build, you're not going to really want to try to go around and find one person. You want to get just whoever you can. So I suggest something that increases the rate you get evil by um, by a good percent. And so that's why you run J. Myers Memorial and Fragrant Tuft of Hair. I like to run a Mori just for fun. It's what I use. And I call this build personally the lore accurate Michael build. I actually didn't name it. A survivor named Nevermore did. Thank you to Nevermore if you happen to see this. But we played a game and we were on RPD. It was cancerous because that map is trash for both sides. Killer and Survivor, it's garbage unless you're doing a stealth build, which I'm not. If you were doing Scratched Mirror or Vanity Mirror Myers, it would, but I'm not. I'm running lore accurate Myers, as I like to call them, or go fuck yourself. That's what this build is. Unrelenting, I would say, is a necessity, um, just because you don't want to get fucked over by swing speeds. That's the only perk I would really recommend. Scourge Hook's good too. So, what this build basically does is this gives you unlimited evil within 3, increases it by 25%, or increases the evil you need by 200, and this increases the speed you can get it. So it kind of it makes it slightly slower to get evil within 3, but not as bad as it would be if you weren't running the Memorial. And this build gives you unlimited evil within 3. I know I sound repetitive here, so that you can basically just one tap survivors no matter for the rest of the game. And you can one tap them no matter what state they're in. And it's very good because you're faster than survivors, you can move pretty decent, and you can one tap them. That's pretty good, right? And the problem with Evil Within 3 normally is that it doesn't last very long, but it lasts infinitely here. So this build kind of gives you early game, they might get 1, 2, maybe 3 generators done, depending on your skill level. If you're a higher level with Myers, it's going to be probably only 1 or 2. But if you find some way to get the stalking done faster, it's probably only going to be 1, maybe 2. Personally, I only get around 2. Depending on map, RPD sucks, so it was 2. And then after that, generators are going to be pretty much impossible because the survivors are going to be too busy healing and getting people off hooks. Because for some reason they think it's going to help to heal, even though you can one tap them. I guess, in my personal opinion, I just do it. I heal despite one tap just so I can move faster. So generators are going to get done a lot slower due to them constantly having to unhook and get chased and get down and heal each other. So this build, um, things in the early game will move fast. A couple generators get done, but in the mid to late game, nothing is going to get done if you're on the right map and you can play it right. You'll be one tapping survivors left and right. They're not going to escape from you hardly because you're so much faster than them, and you have better lunge, and you can one tap, like I said. So oftentimes they won't be escaping, so they'll have to keep rescuing each other off the hook, and basically they won't have any time to really get anything done. So that's why I don't prefer running Noed with this because it's basically a used up perk slot. Because why would I run Noed when with this build, most of the time you're not going to get to the final end of the match where Noed's going to come in. And if you are getting close to that point and you have 3 survivors left, I suggest slugging a few people just to slow things down quite a bit. Because that last person, what they're either going to do is going to risk healing their teammates or they're going to hide in a locker and wait for Hatch. And either way, if you slug 2 people and there's one guy left, you've got him pretty good. Because they're going to worry about getting out of your way and getting away from you and healing before they're going to worry about a generator most of the time. And since this build, I don't think it's been used by big streamers, I don't think it's very well known quite yet because it's a very simple yet powerful build, and I'm still fine tuning it, and I want to get the perks perfect for it. I need some gen progress perks so that I can slow down the beginning of the game and get some more stock in. But other than that, this build is not overly creative. It's not overly complicated. It's pretty simple yet powerful. Like I said, everyone knows the fragrant tuft of hair, and pairing it with the J. Myers Memorial uh, helps quite a bit. And this build will basically, again, completely stop things in the late game for you. So that's the video I wanted to make today, just showing off my build. And gameplay video will be out tonight, probably Dead by Daylight. And with that being said, bye guys.